yes. I must lean into the rainbow light in order to be illuminated by it. It also kind of reminded me of an old microphone. Baby girl, it's an old microphone. I wanna bring it into your home. Gotta get into your zone, girl. Just like that it does that. This is one of my mini mask hanging attachments. Also, just learned the ever important lesson. Don't try to zoom in on something when you're in a hallway, or you'll probably just stop recording and lose it. Not want to fuck with it more. Going for another robe evening, specifically because I didn't want to fuck with more stuff. How many fabulous, interactive, immersive art robes can one person have? Never enough. Never. But I was trying to zoom in, trying to tell you, I'm going to tell you now again, day 66, fancy camera tricks, not. But I brought, I'm going to take you on a closer tour of this art behind me. We are in a hallway. It is a hallway of many doors and choices. But I'm gonna show you the details, the living end of the pieces, because they are pieces which seek your further examination upon further inspection. You will see how mystical they are. But I switched the seasons around, so I got them for a heck of a deal at an antique store. Couldn't live without them. Saw them and was like, bah, must needs. I'm gonna go ahead and say they were $10 each. Still blows my mind to this day. But I switched the seasons, so they're supposed to go spring, summer, autumn, fall, and each lady here has all of the astrological signs, all of the astrology symbols from that season in her being, in her very tripping through the cosmos type self. They're all riding a steed, they're all riding a stallion, a horse of some kind, but then they are interwoven. And I'm very witchy, but I'm not very good at astrology. I don't keep it all in my head, so I was trying to zoom in, but we're going to do it later. I'm going to show you the beauty and the intricacy once I get my poetry out. But I learned, I did not know that the ram was even part of it. Like, it just never dawned on me, not one of the symbols that stuck in my mind. And I had no idea that was Libra, and that that's Latin for ram is Libra. And in Greek astrology, it was gold. So I found that good, because I thought, don't make the kids wait for what you promised them. Don't make them wait for something you put a pin in last night. Just bring them more gold, because I've been working all day on something very special I have planned for tomorrow, and it is madly time consuming and taking up way more human energy than I thought it was going to, but it's going to be worth it for a special thing tomorrow. So I just thought this was a good, this is a good little continuation, and we can just pick it right on up where we left off. But I thought instead of just going right back to the Zen corner, I would bring you a different kind of Zen, which I think are these lovely gals, galaxy gals, representing all of the things, all of the seasons and what they bring, and the songs we sing in them. Today I was really feeling that kiss of spring. Talked to my brilliant mother goddess, mother of 3, published writer. I have no idea how she does the things she does. Always inspires me in ways I can't even articulate as someone who likes to masticate many words in my mouth. She gets me there. She gets me where I need to go. I was telling her, like, all these all these concepts that are right on the tip of my tongue lately, these things I want to convey, these ways of things that they're right there, but I can't find them and I can't reach them. She's always just like archaeologically taking the very graceful archaeological brush and brushing it off so that I might see it more clearly. And I'm like, there it is. Oh my gosh, I've been trying to articulate that in 6 million different ways that weren't working. And yeah, it just led me to a potent well, and gave me lots of knowledge about how we carve the well and all these things we think are unnecessary and painful and god awful. Maybe it's just carving the well that you need. I don't know. We got really into it. I'm going to go more into it tomorrow. But I wanted to give myself a little bit of simplicity for this evening, and so that's what this is. Just a robe and some troves of treasure for me to uncover for you. There was, I usually don't like to have a lot of like buzzing or noise or any kind of distracty. I'm very sensitive to all the energetic what's-its. I mean, I can feel all the things that are on in a room. I know that sounds weird, but I can. And I usually don't keep that kind of thing around. But I left it on the night gallery, which I've devoured through Twilight Zone dozens of times. But I never dove into night gallery, and it's so much creepier. It just permeates the air with weird early, like late 70s, I think, yeah, 70s and 80s, just creep feelings. They find the like scariest actors who bring you these other words. Oh, and now it's on Quantum Leap, which if you have not leapt into Quantum Leap, you need to do yourself a favor immediately and take the leap. It is a leap you must have leapt by now, or do it now. Best show ever made. Honestly, I should write poetry about it. I'm going to write poetry about Sam Beckett. My obsession is deep. And so that's what's on now. It's this cable network called Comet. And if you don't have it, if you're not cool enough, if you're too busy with all your streaming services, like, you're missing out on Comet. It gives you like the good, the old weird monster versus monster movies and really bad vampire movies and really good ones. There's like beach murderer Dracula, like there's so many good ones, and Quantum Leap, and it just gives you the goods from back in the day, that juicy juice imagination. Oh, juicy juice, I forgot that was a thing until right this moment. Juicy juice, let us all remember. Also want you to know my butt is real sore on this stool already. You always see celebrities like posing so weird on stools. I'm like, what are you doing? Who sits on a stool like that? Maybe if I get the torch passed to me, I'll do some. Maybe I can I'll just straddle it like this. How's that? For the rest of it? Totally not awkward even a little bit, right? Yeah. I'll just turn this way. No, it's not going to work. But yeah, it's a thing I've noticed recently as I give myself small increments of internet perusal. Otherwise, it starts to infect me, you know. But I give myself little dalliances, little dabbles in it, and I just stumble upon. Sorry, my hair is like this. It's very. I'm like not. I am disassociating from my hair in the strangest way right now, where it's like the follicles are all touching me and it doesn't make sense, and it feels like this creature trying to move around on my head. Can't describe it in any other way. But yeah, can't wait to show you these. They're just intricate and lovely, and they kind of reminded me, not that my art is anywhere near on this level, but just the weaving in of things and how I realize how things in this are connected to each other and themselves in ways I didn't even remember. So where did we? Okay, yes, I marked my spot where we left off. So we ended here. This is from one of the rare only bottles of wine I've drank. You know, I'm allergic to alcohol horribly. I stumbled upon a picture today of the last time I was ever drunk. I had a couple of glasses of wine after I was Lucy and Dracula, because it was like, yeah, it was Dracula. I have to celebrate with wine. And I half died for like 4.5 days. My friends laid a mattress out on the deck, and I just like expectorated a lot. And they like fed me water through a straw. It was bad. But I found a picture of it, and it was like, oh, poor dumpling, just not admitting you're allergic. I found this little fairy, and I wrote, "Where a flower died and liquefied," because I like to label things like that. Happy birthday, obviously. Oh, you guys, RARs are falling out. This is not good. Yeah, I remember we went over this one, where I can make myself the RAR man. Anywho, he's trying to fall out of here. Ooh, doo doo da doo doo doo. I wrote down find the angel Umbriel, because I think that's my angel, and see, that's all connected to astrology as well. I think that the angel of Taurus is Umbriel. Pretty sure. First time I wrote down wild ones, that's me and Momo. And yes, I know like 16 different very poppy, very popular things have called itself, themselves, the selves, the wild ones recently, but I swear we did it first. That was us first. I mean, I'm sure somebody did it in the 70s or something. That was like our thing, and we were gonna get like tattoos, and now it's just too many things. I wrote the measure of fullness, the only savior of Zen. All other measurement follows. The only savior of Zen, all other measurement follows. Whew. Oh, and I wrote another angel. Barbiel is she. I don't know who that is. I think it might be Midas. I'm not sure. Barbiel. I think that's her angel. This was in another like pamphlet. Everybody's always trying to give you a pamphlet about something, right? So yeah, this was a pamphlet about like how to behave at work. Take the you out of grumpy. Oh, it says in tiny print, the views expressed herein are not necessarily the apartment of the of any liability arising of such publication. Blah, blah, blah. All the small print about how they don't really give a shit if you're grumpy or not. Yeah, part of this pamphlet. Imagine an entire day without complaints, sarcasm, and bitterness. That's the challenge offered this May 2nd. Oh, May 2nd. It's coming up, guys. We'll have to do a poem for it. During the Great American Grump Out. That's right. A test to go 24 hours without being grumpy, crabby, or rude. We should try that. I'll try to remember that. May 2nd. Stomp out the grump. Oh, weird. And separately, I found a thing in my own handwriting that says May 3rd, 2007, 5/3/2007, a few days before my birthday. I don't know. It's all connected. Like I'm saying, it's woven. Frequently annoying questions instead of frequently asked questions. Out of that, says, once you're in a better mental state, think about ways to fix the problem and what you can do to feel better. Talk to someone who's a problem solver, in quotes. To make a list of things will lift your sagging mood. Give yourself something to look forward to, such as an exciting goal to accomplish or a trip to plan. Soon you'll realize being grumpy wastes valuable time and brings everyone down. Lighten up and encourage others to do the same. The Great American Grump Out was created in 2002 to promote stress management. The founder of the event and of SmileMania.com, let's look up and see if that's still a thing. We should wear smiley buttons for our cranky co-workers. Oh gosh. The creator suggests we should wear smiley buttons for our cranky co-workers and friends. Also, this is real advice from the creator. Carry a banana around all day. Hold it the right way and it's a smile. Carry a banana around all day. Hold it the right way and it's a smile. I'm so doing that on May 2nd. I'm going to carry a banana around all day and write poetry about it. See what the reactions really are. If it's a smile, if it's just smiles I get, I'll be surprised. Ooh, this one is a little bit scandalous. I'm not gonna like Yeah. I'm not going to go into how creepy this whole story is, but I like, there's words written in the maze. And I said, "How dare you slander me in my happy place?" It's hard when your happy place gets challenged by something petty. Anywho, yep. This was, I don't think, a rar. I think just a lot of people do create their, I mean, almost all the rest of the ones I collect. And I'm not sure who this is. The name is jumping out at me, the face, the F-I-M. Fim? F-I-M? I don't know. If you know, put it in the comments. Let's get to the bottom of it. This one's interesting. I actually often get, how do I say it kindly? Because I really do. Some of the most lovely people I've ever met in my life. But I get recruited by extreme Christians a lot, like that really, really want me to join their team. And I also get baller tips from people who leave me like paragraph novel notes about like how I am seen by God, and they like want to know me. And I don't know, I have a lot of close friends who are in that category, and they know how I feel about the things and the ways and the multiverse and all of my, little humble goddess flutterby opinions. But it really is such a recurrent thing in my life. And they're all very kind, but I find them fascinating. So I have here, "Dear Jesus, I am a sinner." And here's a little cartoon I have about, white people's invented Jesus. Except ours looks more like a hot surfer. I'll go into that later. I have theories. "I am the way." But I have several of these notes, and I've gotten, dozens and dozens. But these two in particular said, "God will give you the joy you are looking for. You won't find satisfaction anywhere else. God loves you so much, Teal. He has a huge purpose for you. Ask him to reveal himself to you." Okay, thank you. Nice long note with that one. And then I put a Buddha quote in that same page. "There is only one law in the universe that never changes, that all things change and all things are impermanent." Go Buddha, go Buddha, go. Go Buddha, go Buddha, go. What? Yes, that's very, very smart. Another one. We don't know where you are in your spiritual journey, but hope this will help you to bring you towards your goals of changing the world for the better. God, P.S. God loves you. So there's another one. I got so many. I could never count. It's interesting. It's all very interesting. Another one I found interesting. Of course, I'm not going to give a name. I just was fascinated by this. But the Campus Crusaders for Christ come around every year. Right. Like increases the population of the town by 10,000 for a day or something, 9,000. Anywho, long story short, this girl obviously wanted to be my best friend. She told me that she would smoke weed in her sweatshirt. She would like run and like hide in her sweatshirt. And I was like, okay, cool. All that like shame, And she was obviously into me. And there was like a lot of guilt there too. And she's talking about how she dates like pro baseball players. But I just found it all very fascinating. But she like wanted my energy. She hung out with some friends and we did like an art project. We were just doing art, because you smoke weed and you paint stuff. And she like painted me, and then she painted Jesus. And I don't know, I just found it. I find it all very interesting that the people that are drawn to me, the people I'm drawn to, it's a parade of wonder. Really, really it is. I just love this word. I write it in a lot of places. Piquancy. What a word. High flavor. Pungent. Sharpness. Piquancy. So fabulous. And a little babushka matrishka. Zenith dreams. Yeah, obviously. Pop goes the culture. Gosh, okay. Well, here it gets a little, I guess this is a little juicy, I guess. Okay, I'll tell it anyway. Right. So this was a conversation. This I took as encouragement from the beginning. This person said, Well, even if they say, that sucks, they'll say, but it sucks like nothing else I've ever seen suck. Sucks. This was from a play I was in. I wrote, sweet meat, sugar plum. Good descriptors. And I think in the same play was confection, comfit, junket. There's just Frosty with some lesbians, I guess, and a fruit sticker. Fruits and veggies. Fruits and veggies. More matters. Kiss. Snowman. Right, obviously. So the person who said that, even if they say that sucks, they'll say it sucks like nothing I've ever seen suck. It's a fascinating story. Person called me out of the blue. Clear blue. It was like 11:30 or something. And there was the Perseid meteor shower going on. So I took my huge bouncing ball. I think I've bounced on it for a few poems. Went out in my front street, in the middle of my street. It's, like it's a dead end, so it was safe. But I was in my neighborhood bouncing on this huge bouncy ball, talking to this person for probably 3.5, 4 hours, and watching this outrageous meteor shower. And they kind of were like, I've always wanted you, and I think you should move here, and I think we should be together. It was like a 3.5 hour long conversation, so it got pretty deep. And I wrote this, and so I'll read you this, and then I'll read you the catch, the crazy part of the story. I called this one This Buzz. Dream time, dark liner boy, the comet's chase. Run him down with lovey wishes, the bats in hell free. So am I supposed to believe you? He wants me to want him. With you, it is the opposite. Now? ? Blind bouncing believer, caught wet-handed in the middle of the street. Far-fetcher, we nomads find our others forcefully. Blighted by lightning, the plight persists. Bleat for me. And Bleat for me was in a play that I was in also. It was like, whenever ancient times, the husband being like, bleat for me, like a goat, like in a sexy way, but it's also very kind of abusive and weird. And anyway, so after that 3.5 hour conversation, I found out the next day they were engaged to a friend of mine. I'm so glad it didn't work out. Good for her, thank goodness. She got a much better deal. But, that happened. It's really interesting. He was like, yeah, you and me, this meteor shower. And then I was like, wait, what? And then he went so far as to be like, oh, yeah, I was just fucking with you. Oh, okay. That's insane. Got it. But, yeah, Perseid. I was writing all sorts of notes about it. I don't even know where this goes. I was telling my genius, brilliant, beautiful, doesn't even cut it friend today about how I'm just discovering all these ways that I made it really hard for myself to understand my own self and wrote in these twists and spirals and in little jagged margins where I would never be able to understand my own thoughts. It's pretty interesting. But I wrote Perseid, persuade, see, odd, green magic, blue balance, why not trusted? You did always see him walking by himself. Meteors galore, unhinged. Boom, crying girl, boundless wishes. Flaming tail after blazing tail. Notoriously insatiable girl. Crazier still boy. Fearing that tension's truth. Who cares what the neighbors think? Always. Blatant believer. Asphalt deep root rubbing in the late gaping glow. Whoa, that's dids. This did happen magically, And then I put this with a tea bag and this cute little train that's telling you how to deal with your feelings. It says fact, faith, feelings. That's the position of the choo-choo. And then this is a cool kids explaining space for kids. And so this kid's beginning of time, present day. This is If you're ever wondering what this span is, that's it right there. And this was a quote from the same person, which I did find hilarious. And no matter how weird and twisted that interaction was, I still find it hilarious. But I was just talking like deep witchy, watching the meteor talk. And he said, "You gonna astral project yourself or something? Shady." Yeah, shit's funny. So yeah, this is from that cool Galaxy for Kids books. What's beyond? Our galaxy is just one of billions in the universe. You are here. Blip. Blippity boop. Blip. Craziness. And then this was a really fascinating exercise, I thought. Sounded like a lot of fun, so check out the picture. It says, 1. Draw your picture on a thick rubber band. 2. Stretch out the rubber band slowly. What happens to your picture? This is kind of what you would look like if you fell into a black hole. There's a whole lot of stretching going on. There's a whole, spelled H-O-L-E, lot of stretching going on. I still haven't done this exercise. What a fool. This is what happens in a black hole. It would be fun. Sounds like a fun exercise. But yeah, these are cool, like, kids' space stickers. Why do stars twinkle? Does the universe go on forever? Why is space black? It's really, it's valid questions. This one I still get a kick out of every time I look at it. You just kind of like, and it says, here are 20,000 stars. 1,000,000 stars would fill 50 of these pages. That's this whole 48-page book plus 2 more pages. Wow. That's a lot of stars. Okay, we're going this way. It's hard to tell sometimes which way you're going. Attack of a 50-foot woman? Sure, absolutely. That's probably on Comet. Check it out. Here's, I think, Charlton Heston plotting his future to be a mean dude with guns. But here he's looking at some film reels. I didn't know it was that jerky then. This is from Devil and Daniel Johnson. Naturally, I just did Cheshire Cat for you, so I kind of forgot this was in here. I love your smile. This was a magic thing that happened. I had like a mental breakdown, looking for my ghost pin. And I wrote it in here. Where, oh, where could my ghost pin be? And I was like crying about it. And then I found it that same day and taped it in there. Let's see. This dollar bill just had a really perfect Tinkerbell on it. So I was like, yeah, okay, saving that one. Coming back into focus. And just, a blank CD with some saran wrap and some blue stuff. As you do. It makes it fun. It's like if you're a baby or a cat, it makes that fun. Oh, it's interactive. I forgot. I know what it is. It's a pool. It's a vacuum pool in outer space, whereupon this fish, right? This fish is always going towards the cosmic center of this. Right? You get it. Okay, we're in it. Cool. But yeah, it's also like fun for a baby. Oh hey, there's a baby right there. I didn't even know that was coming. There's a baby with a horse and some balloons. Yeah, this is like just kids things that I took apart. Or like I like to grab boxes of free stuff, and I think this was a CD in there. Happy songs with this guy who I don't think was that happy to get this album gig, but maybe he was. Yes. Circus culture all the time. Like it a lot. Like this little guy, what's he saying? Mr. Tricot? No idea what that's about. Probably somebody's like LA business card, because people are freaking clever like that, right? This was a sticker I found. A headline says, Hollywood Junkyard, one giant heap for mankind. A guy with a barcode on his forehead. This is a sticker I found that says, Dirt Hollywood. all just kind of made sense to me. Oh, and then this was real legit advice that I thought kind of went with the garbage heap thing. Leave your headshot and resume at home. Don't bother to fill out your size card. Forget about posting for that Polaroid. That's so last January. The Casting Frontier, a new Los Angeles-based company, has revolutionized casting during the past 5 months by automating the entire audition check-in. It's developed technology that reduces actors' bulky headshots, blah, 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 blah. And that was just the beginning. Now we're all just, we are barcodes. I mean, this was freaking 2007 or 6. That may as well have been, whoa, we're shaking. That may as well have been ancient history. But it's cool. We're as young as we want to be. We're as young as we want to be. I'm just shaking this too much, trying to be comfortable. Oh, well. Oh, an HOLE, whole lot of stretching going on. Stage directions for shadows. Love that. Just makes me go to a place in my mind. Rolling berries, so that's a berry flavored rolling paper. A found spoon, happened upon a spoon, I wrote. A cool leaf, and then a crystal I found that I wrapped in a candy wrapper. Candy wrapped crystal. You see, it's art. Someone give me $1 million for this, like the banana. Actually, my best friend bought me a Squidward shirt, and Squidward's all mad, painting the banana taped to the wall. It says, "But is it art?" And I wore it the other day and got like so many compliments. It like paid for itself in compliments. I really like, see, like Hotmail's not even a thing anymore. This is James Jean at Hotmail. I wonder if this artist still exists. Don't even know what this from. Colorado, LA, but I love it. It's like that pandemic feeling. Ooh, ooh. That's what that is. I love that. Anywho. Oh, it's on the back of an old Western. Luke Short. Luke Short, the branded man. See, it's crazy how long these specimens last, you guys. This is over a decade ago, which makes me feel like too much time has passed, but which is also crazy. Seemingly spontaneous sightings of La Luna's deep power. Here's a specimen of a leaf, still pretty much perfectly intact. Seemingly spontaneous sightings of La Luna's deep power and Our Lady of Guadalupe. Sure signs, serendipity indeed. Passing Clover Street, night crawling of a renew believer. Night crawling of a renew believer. I like to fidget and fumble with words, wordplay, if you will. But yeah, this still is like wet and sticky in there. It's some weird leaf. And it's still, it blows my mind. Anyway. And again, these are cricket's feet. Cricket's feet. Perfectly preserved. And a little fairy. I love this artist. The Speedwell Fairy. Repetition is a form of change. Do the words need changing? Just carry on. Those are from the Oblique Strategies. We're going to do a whole deep dive evening on the Oblique Strategies, but it's a guitar pick. Speedwell Fairy, Cricket's Feet. Quest for a Union, I wrote, and there's a bug specimen in there. And you remember these tree faces? You could get them on like the Air magazine, the like Sky Mall magazine. Yeah, I wanted some of those. And then this says Sunflower Plum Pit. So here's a specimen of a sunflower, and here's a plum pit. Sunflower Plum Pit. Love this sticker. I have no idea what it's from. Something Colorado-y, I think. And he's like carrying this little hula pin-up chick. There's some more pin-up action for you. Yeehaw! So this is about something that makes me pretty sad. It's about a character from a movie. I worked on a movie with a friend for about 4.5 years. And then she went down a very dark path and quite actually forgot that we were filming a movie for 4 years. Like, the path was so dark that she shaved her head and basically just like, what movie? And we worked on it for 4 years. We had underwater cameras. The footage still sits in the little 16mm tapes, and in this room right here. And it makes me pretty heavy-hearted because we never finished it. And I still want to make something out of it. Like, I just don't have, you know, my computer's not that big. It needs one of those big Maxo Jumbo Maximatrons. Someday, though. It was a really beautiful little project, and we did underwater filming and got permits to film at the high school and got high school students to, like, I filmed like I was a high school student and had all these amazing extras sign. Like, I still have all the actor signatures. It's just sad. But anyway, this was about that. And this was one of the flowers in the film that we had floating down the river. So I wrote, Adelaide's holy flower, porridge-faced, jam-suckling full moon, Tuesday scraping off Arabia, believing in blood, drain hair, tub ring, womanhoods cloaked, veiled magic seers dancing blindly over the jagged thrust, deep elevation clasped hands for Fiona, ever, soul, infinity, heaven tilted, knee bruised, surface plunging below the cells. Free are we? Moon magic, but I don't know it yet. Indigo bloom, love infused lunar eclipse, 6:37 a.m. It's heavy thoughts in there, I'll tell you that much. And there's another bug specimen in there as well. Yeah, just some weird things, weird restaurant-y working things. My butt's going completely numb, just so you know, if you're in it with me, if you're in it to win it. This was when I went roller skating and cracked my tailbone. Pretty terrifying, pretty terrifying. This was the Magic Yes Ball. Oh my gosh. Eaches of Wistwick, like the Witches of Eastwick. Eaches of Wistwick. Johnny Angel, Free Peoples, Poisonous Peepholes. Try to take the next dance. Old time rhythm, oh yeah. We hold on to the magic of it. After all, scribble it with feathers. You can do this. I will help you. Someone left me that note. No idea what it's about. It says Megs with a Z. M-E-G-Z. I don't think that's a RAR either, but it got to the point where I was saying, pass the mashed potatoes, but what I meant was, why are you ruining my life? I don't know where that's from. This is another person doing their art on those postage things. It's like a Scully do. It says, fuck the informer. You. Parts of a credit card. Bills and pills, bills and pills, pills, bills, and pills. The conspiracy. Huge. And I wrote that in 2007, so I assure you it had nothing to do with Dumpy Boy, okay? The huge part. This is from a local magazine. I still want to change into something else now. Understandable. Benefits provided by... I have no idea where this starts. Doe. Say it again. I dare you. Don't bother. It's the last thing she had planned. Headlight caught. Oh, I think that's when I almost hit a doe, a deer, a female deer. That, I think, is a RAR. That looks like their style. Pretty sure that's RAR time. I'm going to do something because I'm paranoid. Don't go away. Stay with me. My phone's trying to talk to me about battery, which is just planned obsolescence, and my phone should not be having its battery die, but you just stay there. We're not going anywhere. We're coming right at you. We're coming back at you. We're coming at you in a flash, ya. Oh, we're almost knocking things over, but we're coming at you in a flash. We're coming at you in a flash. Okay, I can't be dealing with that, having it, like, die on me and make things in my life harder than they need to be. So, there it is. There you be. What have you and what's it's and... Jai, crickets. Okay. Fresh and bushy-tailed, what a nightmare! She ruins my high. The lip curl. The guzzling. I don't know what that's about. It's really important not to get bent out of shape. Teeth grit, teeth grit, teeth grit. And it's like a snowman melting. Really important not to get bent out of shape. More Matson Jones stuff. I told you to please listen to Matson Jones. Another ticket was totally obsessed. Parachute woman, land on me tonight. Parachute woman, land on me tonight. That's Rolling Stone Rock and Roll Circus. Do yourself a favor if you haven't seen that shit. It is the coolest shit that I've ever seen. We will meet ourselves on the other side. New Zealand native bush. Just thought that was pretty. Always wanted to go there. You know, dreams. Ooh, this was from that Searching for the Wrong Eye. Jesus again. Lord, precious man-child, don't you be so wise. Unbelievably sing your teeth intoable quotes in that. People lonely for God, crying out for his attention. Also from that, same fairy artist. Good. Never lose your tongue, my son. That's some wise thing. Probably said by this guy. Never lose your tongue, my son. Lots of locks, because that seemed relevant. And then somehow or another, in my other video last night, in the Zen Corner with this, I talked about hummingbirds, and I don't know how, or it came up, and I was like, oh, I'm going to tell you, and then I didn't get to it, but here I am now. So this was quick memos from my mom's shop, and I wrote, Richard, the hummingbird man, spirit seeker, close encounter with said jeweled being, elusive flutter soul. No accidents in this vital energy field. He extends blessings, reiterate magic again. So this was a man who came into my mom's store, beautiful white, long ponytail, white beard. He was covered in hundreds of hummingbird tattoos. Hundreds. All over his body. It was beautiful. And like every rainbow color you could imagine, just in his elbow pit, on his neck, covered in hummingbirds. And he dropped some wisdom on us and asked us for some wisdom. And gosh, it was good. This is T-Rex's album. My people were fair and had sky in their hair, but now they're content to wear stars on their brows. They can levitate. They're the greatest band of all time. In my mind, I know that they could levitate. And yeah, that's that. Period. End of subject. I did lots of art where I sat and wrote out all their lyrics from that album and drew little Kingsley Mole sat high on his windy knoll. That whole one. I mean, dive into that. Like, that was church. That was actually church for me for a while. And I put a picture of a person levitating on the back of their CD because they could. They did it. They did that. They levitated. Oh, and there's like a ram skull, which we just learned about the Libra, and we said that. What? Oh, and that's from the banner Momo and I carried. And the lonely voice of youth cries, what is truth? Slow down, world. Each irony I imply is intended. So I wrote that down, and then there's this slow down, world is on, that's like the pier, I think, in Santa Monica. It's like that under the pier. Slow down, world. Or maybe it's a bicycle. Maybe it's just illusion. I don't know what it's a picture of anymore. My brain doesn't know. Here's a very well preserved specimen. Easy View. This was a hornet that tried to sting me, and I wrote, so it says Easy View, stone dead. I had to kill him. He could no longer fly. Oh, that's what it was. There was another one in here that tried to sting me. This one just, he couldn't fly anymore. He was just crawling around suffering for a while and like kind of limping, like he had something wrong with his leg. So I wrote stone dead, and there's a rar of, it says the graffiti hero, and it's He's kind of dead there, and it's pretty sad, and I don't like it. I wish they would come back, whoever they are. I've seen times better than these, but I'm doing my best with these. Searching for the wrong eye, Jesus. And this was a sticker on my 1985 awesome romp around mom Volvo red. Oh, I'm upside down. Is it just me, or does the whole world suck? Just hitting you with that ruffian humor, even back then. Just had to. This one was a lot of layers. I'm not going to get into all the stories of it. But, the man walking past the graveyard, I noticed him, he noticed me, pumping bass, nervous ride, detour, the cursed payphone, 30 miles per hour, ant autopilot, sort of on ant autopilot these days, sort of on ant autopilot these days. For the queen, all for the queen, snap back, Taft, Vine, that dirty next day layer, curving Dean V trees, Hotel Pussycat, Doubletree, we onward, horse speckled, newly painted, shadows narrow the North Star, shy, wind chimes. So I drew the cursed payphone, which is a whole long story. And sort of on ant autopilot these days is also from one of the greatest films of all time, Waking Life. Watch that and watch it again and watch it again and watch it again. And this was a whole, speaking of films you gotta see, this was an obsessive deep dive I did on Brick. Like analyzed the language and like watched it 10 times and freaking went into an in-depth character analysis and check that out. But more so, even more importantly, check out Waking Life. Again and again and again. I watched it 4 times in a row. The first night that I watched it, my parents were like, "Are you okay? You've been watching the same movie 4 times." And I've subsequently probably watched it 100 times since then. It's that good. Ooh, this is a good one. Reverent in spirit, we left sacred sunflowers, paid respect in the cool dusk graveyard. His leg, 09, 02, 07. Fresh kill, stoner spider. Good luck charm, tested spherical scab. Okay, so this is crazy shit. Mascara spider. Oh my god. So I wrote all that deep shit. We had like a funeral for this dude. This was a stoner spider kill. Look how fucking massive he is. There's a scarier one in here, and this is like a scary big brother, like always watching eye thing. So we had to be reverent and have a funeral for him. Look how well preserved that is under there. Doesn't that kind of blow you away? And I'm not trying to be gross, but this was a scab. It was a lucky spherical scab that fell off just in that perfect sphere. So I saved it because it seemed lucky. It seemed lucky. Like a spider, I let bite me. It swells. Feeling it deep within me now. Dare I spell it? Yep. That was from Momo. She drew me an apple, and there's a rose. Gosh, I hope she's okay if I read this. Well, no, I don't know if that is from her. The strong do not survive in a world as weak as this one. The universe reveals the truth, and it is that the meek inherit the earth. So be it. The earth does not survive. The sun is greater, and the planets have no say. I am neither weak nor meek, and so I know that I am not of this earth. Lilith knows. My passion, carefully kept as a treasure chest of reticent thunderbolts, no longer despises its cage. It has come to know its wired bindings and glows with delight when it comes to find the lock is open, always open, and the choice is to fly or remain. And the choice to fly or remain is always mine, just as most prized possessions possess only my mind. So this knowledge, Sophic wisdom, that to die is to be free, and I will always choose life and need freedom. Wow. She is one of the best writers I've ever known in my life. That is Momo. One of the best writers ever. So here's an even scarier one. Mo and I had to kill that the fresh kill spider that we left sunflowers for. Words have meaning, she wrote. So good. Wow. So I caught a spider and put him under this Tupperware. And I wrote this note for my dad. Do not lift. Scary 8-legged monster within. Okay? This is a very serious note. Just to fuck with me and see my reaction, my dad lifted the damn Tupperware. This is from a flip book of Daffy Duck and a giant. But get ready for this thing. That is the spider. Look at that baby. It is still so freakishly preserved under there. It is the size of a mouse. It was so terrifying. It still takes up such a thickness under this plastic. And I put a sticker for USDA choice grain-fed beef next to it because it's so beefy. I wrote, loving the protege too much by that spider. And then I wrote above it, how could you unleash it? Fanged and angry, I wished him good tidings on his next go around as I smashed him. That was like, I mean, I have not watched, oh my god. I'm gonna feel so stupid. Hold on. Dragons. Game of Thrones. I have not seen Game of Thrones. I know. It's ridiculous, right? Haven't seen it. But that's what this felt like. Some kind of Game of Thrones battle. Just taking that dude down was insane. Truly insane. This I found funny. It was a Valentine's heart I found that said step up. You can't really see it, but it's still on there. It said step up. And a Bart Simpson collectible card that says, I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it. You can't prove a thing. Yep. Do not break down. Another one of these little, fun for the babes. Fun for the wee babes. This is a good classic raw. Just keeping it classic. This is Back to Back. A day of rainbow colored umbrellas and a chick with a floating apple. That was just like, I was in LA and I saw like 6 rainbow umbrellas in one day. So naturally I put it on a little postcard of umbrellas in the beach. And this was an actual sticker off my 85 Mom Volvo. Bren and Stimpy, happy, happy, joy, joy. And then there's more stuff from Bonnaroo. Yes! So just little tittles and tidbits of poetry, not tons of it, but still it counts. There was poems in there. There's poetic, mostly storytelling, but that also counts. And yeah, I'm gonna leave you with a little tour of these. I know I've gone long again. How shocking with me, right? Such a shock. Woo! Catches you off guard. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of give you a little bit of a close-up on these if I can. Her especially, I mean, because that's my Taurus, my bull. And then here is the ram that I had no idea was the symbol for Libra. And ain't she just gorgeous? And I don't know. There we go. So she's got, I believe, the scorpion as her head dress, and then that, I'm feeling kind of stupid, I don't know what that symbol is, oh my gosh, the centaur with the bow, I forget, I don't know, I'm not good at it. Her horse doesn't seem very happy. Let's see if we can get, we're getting super creative here, just so you know. We're just bringing our light a little closer. Sorry. There we go. Okay. So here's her. Yeah, knocking everything over. You know it. You know me. So yeah, she's got Leo, the lion, atop her head, and he's roaring as her headdress. And what other symbols can I spot? Symbols, symbology. Oh, and the crab for Cancer. And golly, I don't know. I like her though. I like her facial expressions. And this one seems like a particular badass to me. So for Aquarius, I gotta get up to her. So for Aquarius, she has this like naked sprawling lady as her headdress, laying over her head, pouring out water. I just find that to be pretty fresh, really. Oh, and then this is the little fish for Pisces. And she's really like gripping onto the stallion there, riding through the cosmic parade. That's what you gotta do. And I believe this is the Capricorn symbol hiding here. But yeah, we like her. Look at her like boob armor. You know? Talking about some boob armor. So yeah, I find these to be really amazing, and I'll just leave you on that, on some beautiful art, and come again tomorrow, day 67. We'll do something really special for you that is totally experimental and is going to take me all day tomorrow, I'm sure. But have pure and impure dreams, and make schemes for beautiful things to beam into existence, and dream of lands, of escaping on cosmic steeds. Why not? Good night. I'll stop rambling and go relax in my fancy robe. Watch Quantum Leap. Good night.